welcome back. So, my office is on the first floor of an old apartment building. It's literally the first door on the right as soon as you walk in. There's other offices here, and I think like 2 or 3 old apartments that people still live in, but it's basically just me. About 5 years back, I was sitting at the office and I was watching TV. I was bored out of my fucking mind. I hadn't had a case in 2 weeks, and it was really starting to get to me. I'm not good at sitting still. I'm a get up and go kind of guy. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I decided to go outside and get some fresh air. You know, have a smoke. I walked outside and I leaned up against the old brick of the apartment. As I started to light my cigarette, I noticed an old 1930 Cadillac Salao. It was black, no license plate, parked right across the street along the sidewalk. The steam trunk was open a crack and it looked like something was hanging out of it. So, you know, me being me, I walked over to investigate. As I got closer, I realized an arm was dangling out of the trunk. I opened the trunk the rest of the way. I wasn't fucking ready for that. 3 gabies, dead, chopped up into little pieces. They looked like a bunch of unassembled baby dolls. Somebody was definitely sending a message. Most gabies keep to themselves, but some of the gabies in the slum village neighborhood on the east side were starting to croak. They had started coming into Old Town, you know, shaking down local fizz dealers, black market titty shakers at pump and dumps, you know, trying to make a name for themselves. A bunch of angry 2-foot-tall infants with adult brains walking around with guns and switchblades. And that's when they weren't trying to fuck each other on the street, spreading gaby fever. I fucking hate gaby fever. It's like rabies, but with a heart on. These little fuckers were pissing everybody off. Half a slum village wanted these guys dead. But to be honest, they were causing problems for most of the city. So I left the bodies in the trunk, and I went back to the office to call my guy at the police station. He tells me he heard a rumor about a couple of gabies that tried to rob Santino Valentine. He also goes by Sonny Fizz. Sonny's one of the biggest drug dealers in Old Town. He also happens to be my cousin. I told police to pick up the bodies, and I went and I called Sonny. Sonny said he didn't know what I was talking about, but if he did, he figured if I found the bodies, nobody would try to solve the case. And nobody would come looking for the killer. Look, most of the criminals in Old Town are actually really nice guys. They run their businesses, they make their money, they pretty much keep to themselves. Plus, Sonny was family. We were always pretty close. I know what you're thinking, but I'm not a corrupt piece of shit. But sometimes I might, you know, forget things I see and hear. That's just the way life works here. And you gotta remember, I'm not a cop. I'm just a private detective. And I solve the cases that need solved, which is more than I can see for most of the flatfoots of this city. Shit, I gotta go. Sorry, I'll leave you hanging. But I'll finish the story sometime.